Unfortunately, the milk. I was standing on the ground, holding onto the rope ladder, when the ground shook and the very small volcano began to belch smoke and lava. "Splod is angry," shouted the little thin man. "He wants his eye back." There was a rushing wind, and the balloon jerked me up into the air, high above the splurting lava. Unfortunately, I dropped the milk. I wasn't holding onto it tightly enough. It landed on the top of Splod's head. Professor Steg hauled the rope ladder up with his tail. Oh, I forgot to show you Splod being angry and exploding. Anyway, Professor Steg hauled the rope ladder up with his tail. "I've lost the milk," I told him. "That's not good," he admitted, "but I know where it is. It's on top of Splod's head, on the side of the volcano." Professor Steg said, "Good Splod, what on earth is that?" Before our eyes, another balloon, just like ours, appeared over by the volcano. A man hurried down the rope ladder. He placed a large emerald in Splod's eye, picked up the milk from Splod's head, ran up the ladder, and the balloon vanished. The very small volcano stopped erupting as suddenly as if it had been turned off. "That was a bit peculiar, wasn't it?" said the professor. "It was," I agreed, gloom and despair and despondency overcoming me. "That man in the balloon stole my milk. We are lost in the past, with jungles and pirates and volcanoes. Now I will never get home. My children will never have breakfast. We are doomed to float forever through the dusty air of the past in a hot air balloon." "It is not a balloon," said Professor Steg. "It is a floaty ball person carrier. What nonsense you do talk. Now, I think that should do the trick." He finished attaching the emerald to the box, using string mostly, and also sticky tape, and he pushed the red button. "Where are we going?" I asked. It seemed like the sun was zooming across the sky, as if nights were following days in a flickering strobe. "The far, far future," said Professor Steg. The machine stopped. We were hanging in the air above a grassy plain, with a very small gray mountain beneath us. "There," said Professor Steg. "It is now an extinct volcano. But look!" On the side of the extinct volcano was carved the face of Splod, still recognizable, even though it was much eroded by time and the weather, and in the single eye was a huge green emerald, a perfect twin to the one we had attached to the time machine. "Right," said Professor Steg. "Grab me that special shiny greeny stone." I went over the side of the basket and down the rope ladder. I pulled the emerald out of the eye socket. Below me, on the plain, a number of brightly colored ponies were gathered, and when I picked up the emerald, one of them shouted up at me, "You must be the man without the milk. We have heard about you in our tales." "Why are you a pink pony with a pale blue star on the side?" I asked. "I know," said the pony with a sigh. "It's what everybody's wearing these days. Pale blue stars or so last year. Professor Steg leaned over the side of the balloon's basket. Hurry up, he called. If the volcano is going to go off, it could do it at any moment. The volcano made a noise like a huge burp, and the middle of it collapsed into itself. We thought it would do that, said a green pony with a sparkly mane. There was prophecy, I suppose, I said. No, we're just very clever, all the ponies nodded. They were very clever ponies. I'm so glad there were ponies, said my sister.